Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You draw quarter.
Johnson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Complete. It's Johnson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's a party now. Hug, hug. Out, out, out. Middle. What do you got?
From the gun, it's Rosen. Open man is Samuel. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Deebo Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
41's coming, 41's a mic. I got it. Delta. 41 mic, right here. 41 mic.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
41 mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Early lead in that one for the Packers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You better be afraid of me. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. You don't want nothing.
From the gun, Mariota. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Shift.
On third down, Rosen. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Rosen in the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Screen play, Johnson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Rosen now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10.
Turn up. Turn up.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Thomas has got it, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Rosen will throw. This one caught by Crowder. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Crowder. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on second down. Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
First down.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
From the 39, Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. On second down, it's Davis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On third down, Mariota. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. First down, Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Check. Hey, alert. Pilot, 64, weak. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And Thomas has it. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 5.
Set. 180. Check. 55 for Mike. Watch the out. Kill. Hey, alert. Hey, alert. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Texans, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Rosen now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's first and 10.
25. Check 25. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Rosen hands off to Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Hey, check Mike. Watch it, you find. I got one.
On first down, it's Rosen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Rosen on first and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Let's go. Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On 2nd and 7, Mariota. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Tackles. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
Mariota on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
41. Mike's 41. Mike 41. Here it comes. Here it comes. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check.
Now Mariota completes it to Davis. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
One. 41. We've got to wedge that, huh? No, watch.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. One. Mike, 55. Right there.
To the air again, Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
First down, Tennessee.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. $41 Mike, right here.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And it'll be intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And how about that for just running out the clock? A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Davis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
One.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, Mariota. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And the Titans first down.
A first down throw for Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mariota now from the 50. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
What you got, Heavy? What you got? 22 jet bomber, 22.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it is 28-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 31, check 31. Heavy, got heavy.
Mariota to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Who that? Hey, run that. Check 24.
They'll give to Williams, running right. And some room to roam now. And he's into the clear. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
You ain't going nowhere. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 13. Check 13. 80. Check your hot read.
On second down, Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Now Rosen on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On second down, Davis. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Third and long here for Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 61 yards. Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Watch the run, watch the run. 41's the Mike, 41's the Mike. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Mariota. Finding room to the 20. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Working out of the gun, Mariota to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Strong right, strong right.
2nd down and goal. Mariota. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
They'll throw again. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the pass. Alert, alert, alert. Check. Protein spill. Hey, quarter.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and
10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. You go tight. You got tight. Monday.
Here's Rosen to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
41 Mike. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Mariota. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First down, Mariota. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Watch tight end. Everyone's got four down.
Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Monday.
Again, it's Williams. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And Thomas has it. He's got a first down and more past the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work an exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it with Johnson. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Let's go, D!
Throws in to throw again. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 55 to Mike. And let's get that ball, Dean. Let's get that ball right here.
And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go,
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly...
That's caught inside the 20. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Wild Bill. Wild Bill.
Mike, 41.
Throwing is Mariota. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Second and 11 at the 5-yard line.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on second and long. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Houston, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.